All right, we should be live. It is Tuesday, October 24th, 5:29 p.m. and about 18 degrees Celsius. I'm here in North York, just north of the intersection of Yonge and Sheppard. I see Marge is in the chat, Adam C., Bousset, Kunikol, sorry if I mispronounced that, our trusty CEO, Vivian Johnson, joining us for this evening live stream. Matthew B. is here, Sheena Roberts. So the mod squad is here with their wrenches. Otto, Harjot, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. This is my first time stepping foot outside since I got home on Sunday. Believe it or not, I did not get outside at all yesterday. Which means I haven't made any content yet, but I'm gonna hopefully do something after this video. I have kind of a transit video in mind. We're north of Yonge and Sheppard, and for this one, we're gonna go for a walk along Sheppard Avenue East. Last week,
You're an idiot, that's not a turn. You turn in the middle, you fucking idiot. No, you turn in the middle. There's a car in front of you, idiot.
That guy just got an earful. So last week, I live streamed along Sheppard Avenue West in the morning, and tonight we're gonna do the east side of Sheppard, at least part of the east side of Sheppard. Although looking at North York and Willowdale and seeing how busy it is with all the retail and people out and about, I'm kind of tempted just to stream here, but nah, we're gonna stick to the plan and head along a Stroad, because why not? It's Tuesday. Dirk G is here. Hello, Dirk. So this is Sheppard Avenue. So I'm going to be going left here. And we'll be walking along line 4. That's the Sheppard line, which I think opened in 2002. Action VJ in the house. Hello, Action VJ. I am walking away from the sunset, but we'll spin around and get some glimpses of it if it turns out to be a particularly nice one. Maybe I should have gone from the other side, but every time I've live streamed Sheppard Avenue East, which I've only done once this year, I started to the east and I walked west. So we're going west to east. Do things a little different. Let's get moving. So we are in North York. Ice Cream King says they just passed where I am. Mike Landry. Mike Landry says hello, Johnny, and everyone in the chat, and sends $3. Thank you, Mike. Ooh, yeah, I guess maybe I chose the right direction to walk in. That's what we'd be looking at if I was walking in the other direction. Let's start marching along this super Stroad, but there's a lot of development going up along Sheppard. And the city and province, for that matter, are looking into expanding the Sheppard line, both east into Scarborough properly and west to Sheppard West Station. But this is east along the north side of Sheppard, and we've got a bit of a hike before we get to where the first subway stop is, or I guess the second on line 4. The first one being at Sheppard Yonge, which is right over there. The next one being at Bayview, which I think is over 2 kilometers from here. Yeah. Ironically, in the busiest and most built up part is the longest stretch between subway stations. Brad Palmer in the house. Hello, Brad. There is Dollarama. I was just listening to a podcast on the way over called Search Engine. And it wasn't very informative. I'm a little bit disappointed. It was featuring some kind of influencer guru. Hello, Mike. Pine Soul noticing the mods are in full force. Let's see if the sun's still out when I get to the end of this one. This is Doris Drive. Which runs parallel to Yonge. 200 Japanese yen. Arigato. Thank you very much for the 200 yen. I was looking at flights to Japan for next year today, and prices are not as spectacularly bad as they were earlier. I don't know why I'm walking over here. I'm supposed to be walking along Sheppard. But thank you very much for the Japanese yen and the support. Let's do a little off-road trekking. Mulvey and Benani? Sounds like a law firm, maybe? Oh well, let's keep marching. Engage four-wheel drive, says Devin. Well, I've got the trail shoes on today anyway. Clayton Crawford, $10. Good evening, Johnny and everyone. Thank you, Clayton. I need to reach out to you, Clayton, about a donation being made. Everything has cleared, but thank you, Clayton, for your support. And I hope you've been keeping well. There was one cyclist. Let's see how many cyclists we see on Sheppard tonight until I forget about it and stop counting. But I think that's just one so far. So the next major intersection will be at Bayview, and that's where we'll find the second stop on line 4. This is Kenneth and Leona. The last time I live streamed on Sheppard was in Sheppard East was in February. I remember I was having problems with my camera gear. And I didn't make it all the way. I gave up at Bayview, and that is right when Sapan TTC Explorer popped in. Jacob says you won't see too many cyclists along Sheppard. Nope, that's why I thought it might be interesting to see how many we see going by. It's certainly not very inviting. Jeanette is here. Greetings, Jeanette. Don't worry, we're not really missing a spectacular sunset sky yet. If it does light up, we'll spin around and take a peek. Sheppard Physio Clinic. So we'll be passing two shopping malls. Well, I'll be passing one shopping mall and finishing right in front of another shopping mall. If I make it all the way, there'll be an IKEA along the way. One of the largest residential developments in the country will be on the way. It'll be North York General Hospital. Okay, now I'm grasping at straws for interesting things we're gonna see. Oh well. It is a pretty small clinic. There's the development going up. And I bet developers are eyeing this lot. What's weird is just how far apart Sheppard Yonge and Bayview stations are. They're like over a full 2 kilometers away from one another. A good selling point for this condo would be you're living on a subway line. But I guess the negative would be you're quite far from either station. It's ILAP, Internet, Light, and Power. So this is Willowdale Avenue coming up. Clayton says, any grocery stores? I haven't seen any. At least not for a while. That's a good point. You buy into development, it would be nice to be walking distance to a grocery store, as well as the subway line. The less car dependent, the better for these new developments. This place is called Invictus Game Station. I see. Oh, it's like a internet cafe. This is Willowdale Avenue, as mentioned. Hey, they got a Timmy's over there. Hello, Kristen F. And yes, I've remembered to put my iPhone into focus mode. So any pesky phone calls shouldn't interrupt us. It's kind of a pretty sight. And a very squeaky Kia. We see a second cyclist, but I think he cancels out the first one because he is on the sidewalk. That does not count. Boo to that guy. Well, there's a food mart of sort. Ava Food Market. There's a Wimpy's over there. I've not had Wimpy's in forever. Did Rogers settle up everything after leaving 100,000 voicemails? Yes, they did. I paid an enormous first bill of $416, but the next month there's a massive credit on my account, so next month is going to be free. And then half of the month after that will be free. Or not free, just paid for in advance. But I've also got like $45 worth of credits I can apply to my bill as well, so I'm not going to be paying a Rogers bill for a while. Oh, there's a nice park across the street. Sheppard East Park. That looks quite lovely, except I am over on this side. There's people playing ping pong over there. Greetings, Mark Lang. Here's that park I'm talking about. I think we can zoom in and actually watch their ping pong action. Hey, people playing ping pong, there's 240 people watching you from across the street. All right, more than that. Let's keep moving. Ultrasound, X-ray, BMD, and cardiovascular diagnostics. We got a Popeyes over there next to a Vietnam's, Vietnoms. Some super zoom action. You're welcome, Anthony. Sometimes it's nice to get a little further away from the busier downtown core. Alejandra is here. Hello, Alejandra. You'll be pleased to know I fixed the ending credits. Something went wrong when I took the list of channel members and Patreon supporters and put them into the ending credits. About 3 or 4 people got left off. I apologize for that. But I've redone that screen, so it should be up to date and current. Clayton says with my new fancy zoom in camera, I could no doubt see his condo on Mars. I am skeptical of that, Clayton, but we'll see. Jelly Bean says my name was missing, but it's back. Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 messages from people. Sorry about that. I used to be able to just sort of copy and paste everything into a spreadsheet, then sort by name. But they've changed the way the formatting is. So I have to type everything by hand. 99 bottles, craft alcohol bodega. That would be nice to like chill out here. Marge, $5 for my shoe addiction fund. Thank you, Marge, for the $5. I'll have you know I am done with purchasing shoes. I'll either be wearing the Ultras or the Vivos. Look how nice and Stroady this is. What a pleasant little detour the sidewalk is making around this utility pole. Hashtag Stroad life. Dopey tripod hit like, thank you. I guess it's time for my reminder to do all the YouTube stuff. I try not to bug you guys about this too much, but if you could hit the like button, that does help. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell. Dance a jig. Go to the People's Church if you're into that sort of thing. The People's Church, that sounds like a TV show. Maybe I'm thinking of the People's Court. Who doesn't remember Judge Wapner? Didn't they try to bring back Night Court, but it kind of failed? I know Frasier is coming back. Sheena says I am so close to 96K. How close am I to 96K? Let's see. Let's see. We are at 95,969er. I'm not kidding. Leslie says, what street am I on? I'm on Sheppard Avenue East. We've got to walk to 4 more subway stations, and we haven't even been to the first one yet. This is quite the stretch. That lady gave me a mean look. What's that guy doing? Vape Cave. The Mathnasium. There's Nancy B. Lee, chartered accountant across the street. Bayview Sheppard RMT, registered massage therapy. Chris Mills says, stay guy. Whatever. So we are heading east on the north side of Sheppard Avenue East. We'll be entering a neighborhood called Bayview Village coming up. Once I get to the other side of Bayview. And there'll be a condo coming up that's kind of shaped like a cruise ship. And there is the 85 Sheppard bus, which is still needed because, as you can see, the distance between Sheppard Yonge and Bayview is very far. I wonder if they've roughed in a potential future stop between Sheppard Yonge and Bayview. Kind of like how they built the North York Center after the fact, or North York Center Station. Sue Bash is here. We have almost made it to Bayview. That alone could be its own walking video, right? I could easily do Yonge to Bayview. There's the North York Towers, built to be reminiscent of the Chrysler building, but thanks to strong NIMBY support, they were chopped down in height drastically, and they look like these kind of stubby little fat condos that look really out of proportion. Thank you, NIMBYs. There's that sunset. We'll get a better look at those North York condos. But there is the condo I said that kind of resembles a cruise ship. So we have made it. Bayview. You could go south here. And make your way past Sunnybrook. There's the financial district and CN Tower way, way off in the distance. Oh, there's someone working the median. Grace says hello. Hello to you, Grace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bike lockers. And there's Bayview Village, kind of a upscale shopping mall. It's on the small side, but I think there's plans to develop the parking lot into condos. It's got a Oliver and Bonaccini restaurant, O&B. Big Loblaws is one of the anchors. I did a shopping mall walkthrough there actually be time to go revisit that. I think it was about 2 years ago when I went through there. Jeanette says, have a great evening, Johnny and pals. Going to drive home. Drive safe, Jeanette. Thanks for tuning in. So the next stop on line 4 is Bessarion Station. Bessarion, but it's pronounced more like a Z or Z. At least I think it is. Why stop where you're supposed to stop when you can just keep going? Just another look at the mall. This is a smoke-free environment. Love to see that kind of thing. Oscar says you walk all the way to Fairview. Pretty much. We're gonna go to Don Mills. At least that's the rough plan. Robert Steele, $10. Winter is around the corner. Glove fund. Robert Steele, thank you so much for the $10 to go towards the glove fund. There's Beauty Barbecue Smokehouse. Thanks again, Robert. I probably will be buying some gloves. I've still got my battery-powered heated gloves. Those will be really handy on the super cold days. Hey, I think I see Alex Gets Around TO. Is that Alex? If it's not Alex, I think it is. I apologize if it's not. I remember seeing Sepand right at Bayview Station. Hello, Paranormal Witness Girl. Joining in from Florida. Okay, I am wrong. That is Alex's doppelganger. Sorry, Alex. I could have sworn that was you. That was your doppelganger. And you can see the plans to put some condos right along where we are, and then some more in the back. Hey, it's the third cyclist, but this one doesn't count because once again they're on the sidewalk. So the next stop, I think, is less than a kilometer away. That's Bessarion, and we'll be walking by a mountain equipment co-op. Alejandro asking, am I excited for the release of the Pocket 3 tomorrow? I'm going to pre-order one for sure. 9 a.m. EST. So I'll be premiering a video, but sorry if I'm only partially paying attention to the premiere. I've got a camera to buy. Yeah, the DJI Pocket 3 will be unveiled tomorrow. I doubt it's going to be any good for live streaming. Nobody can seem to get live streaming right outside of smartphones, unless you go like the full HDMI out backpack streaming setup route. Hank says, watching from North Korea. I have my doubts, but wherever you are, hello. Unless maybe you renamed your bedroom North Korea. Can I take us into the mall today? I don't take the gimbal and smartphone into malls. It's too noticeable. Security is very likely to tell you to cut it out. Jamie Dempster. I read that as dumpster at first. jamiedempster.ca. The hunt is over. Do I watch Creator Class? No. I mentioned I listened to a podcast called Search Engine on the way. A podcast that I've listened to a bunch of times and I've liked, but I just thought this particular episode is kind of a waste of time. Ooh, we might get some nice sunset action. Look at that. Let's zoom in. Maybe I'm walking in the wrong direction, but that is pretty good, as Larry David would say. You've been to North Korea. I've been to South Korea a bunch of times. It's good to see these developments lining Sheppard. Bill Chow is here. Thanks for a tap in the like button, Bill. As we continue our march east. So I'm kind of planning on doing a transit video at the end of this. St. Gabriel's Passionist Parish. But maybe what I'll do is I'll pop into the shopping mall and I'll get some dinner. Monkey King Personal Training Club. I don't know if that really appeals to me. Do you want to get trained at a place called Monkey King? There's the sunset kind of peeking through. Hello, Claudia M. Yeah, Lisa, I don't think too many people come up this way and take a leisurely stroll. If you live in the area, sure, but no one's going out of their way to come here unless they're me. Oh, there's another sidewalk cyclist. Kunakal will be the Monkey King. Hey, the Spirit of the Truth Church is just over there according to that sign, and there it is. The Spirit of the Truth. Looks like a Korean church. Victoria P says, good evening. Digging the pretty maple trees. I think this housing on the left, I've seen a lot of these development proposal signs going up. The days are numbered for these housing developments. So just south of Sheppard is Highway 401, the busiest freeway in North America. This is like some kind of weird double sidewalk we've got. This red brick in the middle. Paranormal witness girl. Are we close to Yorkville Village? No. I am actively walking away from it. We're nowhere near it. Although it wouldn't be too far by subway. We're at Bessarion Station. There's that sunset starting to dip. Actually, it kind of hurts my eyes looking in that direction. Great, now I'm seeing those little black spots all over my field of vision. JSN says it's snowing in Calgary. I heard that. That is nuts. To all the Albertans out there, I hope you're enjoying the start to winter. This is Burbank Drive. And a long time ago, a video kind of went viral called Finding Bessarion. And it was set on this subway station here. One of the least used subway stations. I think in 2019 it ranked 72 out of 75. And as you can see by all the development going on, that won't be the case much longer. Angela says hi from Australia. Harjot might get an iPhone SE. And there's a big pocket of retail coming up. As the winds kick in, those towers way off in the center of the shot are near the destination of the stream. Bertej says hi, wants everyone to know he ate a homemade taco. Just one? One taco would not do it for me. Ooh, there's an idea. Chipotle tacos for dinner. There's a massive Concord development. Look how far those towers are from the subway station. They built all the towers along Highway 401. At least the first phase of that development. Lisa is digging the sky. That's one of the biggest residential developments of its kind in the country at the moment, developed by Concord Addicts. I think they should have just called it City Place Part 2. Stroad Edition. And there's a Mountain Equipment Co-op on the left. A store whose reputation has really gone downhill in recent years. People used to talk almost romantically about this place. Now it's just another store to go get your North Face goods. Over there's a large Canadian Tire, and that is also where the North York IKEA is located, tucked in behind all those cranes over there. Although I think Leslie Station is closer than Bessarion Station. jelly bean feels like an IKEA run. You know what? I feel like crossing the street. It's going to be a little more interesting on the other side. Bessarion. Most people say Bessarion, but it is not an S, it is a Z sound. Don't take Lisa's word for it. She doesn't even know how to pronounce Grosvenor. Aha. Checkmate. Now look back west. So in a previous stream, I went through this parking lot here a long time ago. The IKEA is up there. There's a Canadian Tire. Am I in Vaughan? No, we are in Toronto. That's the IKEA where that lady brought the IKEA monkey. I thought it was the Etobicoke IKEA. You're probably right. There's the 85 Sheppard bus. You know what? I'm making a little better timing than I thought on the stream. Maybe we'll take a little detour. So this once giant parking lot is getting filled in with condos. This is a crappy tire on the left. If you ever meet an American abroad or someone claiming to be Canadian and you suspect they're lying and they're really American, just ask them how to pronounce the name of this store on the left. And if they don't say crappy tire, you will have found your imposter. Ditto for showing the baseball stadium the Blue Jays play out of. It's a good Torontonian litmus test. Looks like they are cleaned out of pumpkins. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of retail moving in here. That parking is all reserved for curbside pickup. I don't think that was there before the pandemic. Paranormal witness girl asking what's for dinner. I don't know. I had my usual breakfast smoothie this morning and then a big bowl of mini wheats for lunch. I mean, what's not to love about mini wheats? There's a pop-up over there. Pop-up of what? Peacher. There's a Japanese eatery. And look what it is, IKEA. Oh man. What time do they close? This might be an IKEA hot dog for dinner kind of night. I'm gonna be in the area. I've just convinced myself to do something absolutely beautiful, I think. I did a walkthrough of this IKEA, but our CEO and a few others commented that I moved a little fast through it. So I made sure when I did the downtown IKEA to be a little slower and smoother with the camera work. Person says Vaughan is a part of Toronto. Well, it's in Ontario, but it is part of the Greater Toronto area, but it is most certainly not Toronto. A Medi-Spa. Should I go in and get some Botox done? Maybe get a little lip filler. I don't know, seems a little excessive to pay $500 to have someone jab a needle in my face. Let's make my lips puff up for no reason. Michael says, do I recommend Don Don Izakaya? Yes. Don Don is fantastic. Heinzel tried Costco hot dogs and now you can't turn back to IKEA anymore. I don't know. There's people up there in the eatery right now. I low-key should have just gone in there and streamed and had dinner. That is North York General straight ahead. So we will make a left and reconnect with Sheppard Avenue. No worries about that. I think I can even take this walkway up here and head over to Leslie Station that way, but oh well. Yeah, he is at Bessarion Station. All right, we're gonna go left at this next street. Hey, we've got a moon sighting. Where am I heading? We are heading east. This was supposed to be Sheppard Avenue east, but I was making a little better timing than I thought, so I went on this random detour. There's some pink skies over IKEA. Pencil says stream sniped me with a hot dog from IKEA. This is Old Leslie Street. So Leslie Street is just east of here. Do. We've got the walk sign. When I woke up this morning, did I think I would be walking around here? The answer is no. No, I did not. Yeah? Sorry, I have no cigarettes. She is looking for cigarettes or money. Neither of which I have on me. There's the fire hall. Christmas's meatballs from IKEA. There's North York General. We have made it to Leslie Street. Where Stroad meets Stroad. Leslie's more of a proper road in this stretch than a Stroad, I think. It's not quite the hellscape of suburban plazas and that sort of thing. There is Highway 401. Yeah, Gar, they're in the early stages of planning. I think the premier actually he said something along the lines of, I want to extend the Sheppard subway line east to Scarborough, which is really how they should have built it in the first place. I mean, everyone would have been better served by just a busway on Sheppard instead of half a subway line. My problem with that is there are other projects that should be ahead of that. Like extending the not yet opened Eglinton line west to the airport should really be job one. Well, after actually opening it. It would have been cool if the Line 1 or the Line 2 extension looped into the Sheppard line somehow and just created a big circuit. Jelly bean, $5 for IKEA dinner. Jelly bean, thank you. Not sure what exactly my dinner plans are, but I have plans to do a transit video in this area. And I think IKEA will still be open when I'm poking around this area. Yeah, there were thoughts to bring it to Scarborough Town Center. They were trying to do the whole suburban downtown thing there. But the real reason it wasn't built was Mike Harris was a cheapskate. He pulled the plug on the Eglinton subway, the Eglinton West subway after shovels were already in the ground. And as a favor to Mel Lastman, he approved half of this line rather than the whole line or none of it. This is why you shouldn't let politicians make transit decisions. There's Leslie Station, and here's a big Stroad we're about to cross. Hi Johnny, welcome to my neck of the woods. Just a nice pedestrian-friendly crossing here. And it looks like the sunset is just finishing off. Can I do a video or stream from Toronto? From which airport? Billy Bishop or YYZ? That's a bit of an odd combination to string those together. And I think this is the east branch of the Don River we're heading over. Claudia says, who won yesterday's baseball game? Let's just say the Astros didn't win. And we can also say maybe the Diamondbacks won. Or maybe they didn't. I didn't watch the first game, but I watched the end of the Rangers pummeling the Stros. There's Betty Sutherland Trail Park. I don't know, Novelkos. There's so much overgrowth, I doubt we could even see the river. I'm making an executive decision to keep going. So that is 4 subway stops down, 1 more to go. We're losing daylight, but we'll get there. And if you've been watching, I've got good news. I've saved the most boring stretch for last. You're supposed to give people reasons to watch your videos. Not tell them it's boring. Yeah, Lisa, I don't think it's a stream snipe if you don't announce it. Claudia asking if I've had my drink yet. I'll have you know, Claudia, you just reminded me I'm thirsty and I have not had it. I'm going to put my gimbal on this newspaper box, make sure no bus is coming. Whoop. Who can guess what flavor we're drinking today? As the crowd prepares to go mild. Today's live streaming break is brought to you by Bubbly Sparkling Water, Raspberry Bubbly Beverage. And no, it is not, because they're not paying me anything, but it is excellent and ice cold. Cheers, everyone. I put these in my freezer about 45 minutes before I head out. That way they're still nice and cold. I'm the type of person that if it is not cold, I am not satisfied with it. If you ever invite me over to your house, I will gladly come, but don't give me room temperature Pepsi. You will get a 1-star review on Google. Thank you, Brad. Alejandro says all the flavors are the same. I like the subtle flavors. I've got pineapple ready to go into the fridge as soon as I'm done my orange and raspberry. Hey, there's someone over there waving. Who is that? I don't know. Vivian says same here. Ice cold, yes. You gotta get me a bubbly cooler. Thank you, Claudia, for reminding me. Naval says maybe that was Yahya. I doubt it. Jonathan says I'm insane for not drinking La Croix. If it's not shoe apparel or tech, I am not spending the extra money for the fancy brands. And Claudia has made a request as a channel member for a video that I'll be trying to take care of in the coming weeks. No coffee, Jolt will suffice. Just load it up with caffeine. There's that sunset. I wonder if someone thinks I'm like a cop with a radar gun. And that's my cruiser stealthily parked over there. Senior safety zone, drive slowly. What? I'm guessing one of these apartment buildings over there is a seniors building. And probably some people get out and walk to this side of the street and either take the bus up to the mall or walk it. But I don't think these cars are really doing much because someone put a sign up. And I told you I saved the boring stretch for last. I wasn't kidding, was I? I'm gonna have to tell Alex I thought I saw his doppelganger. That was Crispy waving at me. Oh, hello, Crispy. Sometimes when you're holding a camera like this, some people just wave at you randomly. That's kind of cool. I wonder how that works. This must be considered their land because those stairs don't have a railing. I don't want the bylaw police to come bust them, but that doesn't seem like a proper public staircase to me. But I think it's pretty cool all the same. Crispy says I was across the street. That was you. Do you always ride your e-scooter around Stroad land like this? So up ahead is Don Mills as well as Highway 404. I won't be making it as far as 404, but or the 404. But the plan was to make it to Don Mills Station and make a short little Line 4 transit video. Gotta switch hands here. All right, you know I mean business. I got the bubbly in the right hand, the gimbal in the left. Rodrigo says, do I get thirsty? Yeah, I do. And typically an hour or two before I record or stream, I don't drink because I don't want to have that urge to go to the bathroom when I'm out. Right, get to see those North York raccoons. So last night, after the football and baseball games finished, I popped myself a 20-gram edible and threw on the Mr. Dress Up documentary on Amazon Prime. And it was fantastic. If you're a fan of Mr. Dress Up or you grew up watching him, I think it's a pretty good watch. It talks about how the Mr. Rogers character was created in Toronto. And then it was Mr. Rogers leaving to go to Pennsylvania that got Ernie Coombs his own TV show called like Buttercup Square or Butternut Square. I was high. And I don't remember that part, but I remember watching Mr. Dress Up when I was a little kid. I also remember being a kindergarten teacher for a year in Korea thinking, how the hell does he do it? Val Cost wonders if they interviewed Casey and Finnegan. Vivian says, do we need the edible to watch it? No. But I was surprised. The first like 10 minutes, I was pretty sure I was just going to find myself flipping off the movie and putting something else on. Then I just kind of stuck with it. I thought it was pretty good. Mary says, Mr. Dress Up once sat beside you in a bar and his group came in from a golf game. That's neat. He seemed like one of those like super nice people all the time. I think it would be pretty funny if he had a bit of a trucker mouth to him. I highly doubt he did, but Someone's going to do that. Someone's going to make Mr. Dress Up using AI. Oh man, what a stretch of Stroad this is. St. Matthew the Apostle Anglican Church on the right. Got the moon up there. I'm not even at 10,000 steps yet on the day. Covered a good amount of ground though. Oh, I still got to get a members video out this month. We still got time. Oh, I seem to have the hiccups a little bit. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just watching some guy walk around Sheppard Avenue East, fighting back hiccups. What are you doing tonight? Dirk G, $4.99, all the way from Germany. Thank you, Dirk G. Why is this lady walking on the left? There we go. Thought we were gonna have to do a little shoulder battle there. I am so stubborn, I do not move. If you're walking all the way to your left, I'm not moving. Unless I have a compassionate reason to do so. If not, you will lose that game of chicken. But thank you, Dirk G. Whew, we are almost there. The question is, do I go into the mall and get a meal? Do I eat at IKEA? Do I just go back to Midtown? So many first world problems. Lisa gives them more than just a shoulder. One lady once told me she was walking on the left because she wanted to be as far away from the cars as possible. So it's like, oh, so you are literally putting yourself and your own safety above everyone else by selfishly not following a societal convention and unwritten rule. If you think the roads are so dangerous, then just walk on the right side of the road, where you can hang out all the way to the right and be away from the vehicles. There's my mini rant for the day. And we've made it to Don Mills. There's a lot of those towers we saw way off in the distance. I once rode the e-bike south down Don Mills, but that was a bit more south of here. Someone U-turned. Eat some Colombian food. Is there Colombian food around here? There's a big old shopping mall. Hello, crikey. Yeah, he says wait up. We're almost nearing the end. Estelle is here. Greetings, Estelle from Australia. All right. Let's see if there's a place right here on the right. That might be worthy of having some food at. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll start my video from up in there. What do we got? Oh. My watch is telling me we just hit 10K. There's a Timmy's and a dentist. What's here on the right? There's a gongcha. I don't really feel like bubble tea. And there's Fairview Mall. Done a few videos through there. I'll probably go back. The winter time is really the best time for me to be doing mall walks and indoor stuff. You take like kind of a cold and pissy day when I don't really feel like going outside. Hit up the usual suspects. We do Fairview, Yorkdale, Square One. I think I did Sherway even. The Eaton Center, duh. I do that one too often. But Highway 404 is straight ahead. And there is Parkway Forest straight ahead. But I think this bench is kind of calling my name. I'm gonna chill here for a little bit. But we did it. We went from Yonge and Sheppard all the way to here. I don't think the person who announced they were stream sniping successfully pulled off their stream snipe. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Huge thanks to our mods for their excellent work. Our channel members and Patreon supporters, thank you so much. Those who sent support, everyone who just tuned in and watched. It was a good crowd again in the chat as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell, all that fun YouTube stuff. But I'm going to be signing off and making a video and then getting some food. I am super hungry. Who would have thought a bowl of mini wheats for lunch would not really tide me over that well? Clayton says, last question, Clayton, are you going to set up a winter vlog playing 24 hours? I don't know. Maybe, Clayton. We'll think about it. But anyways, guys, Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna check out. I don't know why my eyes should be looking over at the camera, but I notice other people do this too. And they just look over at the screen, at their face, because I guess it's more comfortable. I don't know. For me to go. Time for me to go. All right, guys. In the words of the great Jelly Bean, boink.